today we're actually going to talk about character assassination by our ex-partners. Your ex-spouse goes around telling lies about the person that you are. What is the purpose of today? It is to equip you with 8 different strategies that you can use to actually protect yourself against the character assassination. Because you know what? There are people out there who will believe a lot of the rubbish that they are being told about you. And you will lose friends, and you will lose even family members. So let's look at some of the common strategies that they actually use. So to start off with, they actually want to build an army. It's almost like they're going to battle. I know, it's a little bit sad, isn't it? And what is that army going to do? It is going to destroy you by the lies that he is telling them. Now, the whole point is to recruit your family members. They will recruit your friends. They will recruit church members. They'll even go to places of work. What they want is to build this army that is actually going to work against you. Next strategy they use is gaslighting. Basically, to make you start doubting yourself. It's a little bit scary thinking that somebody that you lived with, that you were married to, can actually set out with such anger in them to smear your name. You lived together. You had a family together. It is quite mind-boggling and actually quite scary. So some of us might be asking, but why? Why would anybody want to do that? He knows me. He knows that that is not true. But you know what? It comes to a time when it is almost like do or die. It's either me or it's either you. There isn't any halfway. When you are in such an abusive relationship with a narcissistic husband, what happens is it is a fight and you are the enemy. And let's take a look at why. Why do they do this? To start off with, by the time you have said, I have had enough, get out of my life, or I'm getting out, there is a sense of having lost control. They feel I've lost control, and then you have rejected them. So they come in there highly vindictive, and it's like, you know what, I am going to take revenge on you for rejecting me, for abandoning me, and I've also lost control. So remember that. And if it's a heart full of vengeance, you can imagine how dark a place they are in. It is nothing to do with love. It is, I just want to get rid of that person. And you know, we all know that there have been many domestic situations where the couple, one of them just gets so angry and really wants revenge. Why? Because of that anger of either being rejected or being told no. I know that this was the case with my ex-husband when he finally beat me up and broke my ribs and left me almost dead. It's that anger, it's that revenge. I'm gonna get you. So ladies, please let us be very, very careful. So that is one of the very first reasons why they will go out to smear your name, to assassinate your character, to get people on their side, and then they know, you know what, if anything happens, people know the kind of person I am. They want to be able to control and manipulate how people see you. If he can manipulate them so that they see me differently, not that person they thought I was, then he has won. So that was reason number 2 as to why. Reason number 3, a lot of times they're actually projecting what is inside of them, their baggage. They're protecting their baggage, you know. And when you protect your baggage, basically what you're saying is, I don't want to deal with my stuff. It's easier to put it onto somebody else so that I don't see it in myself, so that I don't have to think about dealing with it. So we move on to number 4. Reason number 4, it is to control the children as well. Mommy is like this, mommy is like that. And this is how children get caught up in the middle of, separation and divorce. When things become extremely acrimonious, it's the children who suffer because parents are trying to let the children see who is a better parent. Moving on to number 5. If they can distract themselves from their own abusive behavior, I don't have to think about it. And then number 6, it is boosting their own ego. The person who is abusive has got very, very low self-esteem. We now need to actually know the 8 ways that we can protect ourselves. Just look after yourself. Protect yourself. What is the first main thing? Point number 1 in protection. You have to create boundaries. Your yes has to be yes, your no has to be no. You have to be firm. If possible, cut off communication if possible. Strategy number 2 is you seek support. Find people you can talk to, people who know you, who know what is going on. The support could be from your family, it could be from your friends. Strategy number 3, document all the abusive things that are going on. If you're around them, if you're hearing them, document everything. Strategy number 4, maintain your network support. It's important because you need to have people that you can actually talk to. Strategy number 5, self-care. You have to focus on your self-care. You need to be able to get sleep. Already you're probably not sleeping. You need to get sleep. So develop a healthy sleeping routine. You need to be able to eat proper foods. Don't eat junk. It might be easier to eat junk, but don't eat junk because junk food is just going to affect other things in your system. Get exercise. Get out. Do something. Walk. Do something. Don't be tempted to lie in bed. I don't want to get out. That is depression. I don't want to get up. I don't want to see anybody. Do not isolate yourself. You look after yourself. Strategy number 6, seek closure. If we don't seek closure, when we get into other relationships or when we're interacting with people, this thing is always going to be around you. Can you go for therapy if you can? Can you go for counseling if you can? Can you journal your feelings, journal how this has affected you, or just journal, because journaling is another form of therapy. And then just within yourself, your own personal development, yourself, come to terms with what has gone on. Forgive yourself, ladies. Forgive yourself if you are to move on. Forgive yourself and forgive them. And strategy number 7, if need be, get a restraining order. If you've got a lawyer, if you can find a lawyer, if you feel threatened, please get a restraining order. And then last but not least, you have to stay resilient. You have to believe that you can and that you've got the power to actually do this. You have to say, I have to do this because I want to do this, because this is about my future.